Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. You may notice something different. I'm going to be entirely honest with you. I've done a little bit of grinding. Specifically for, well, there's two reasons. First of all, this new shield, the Silver Knight shield. I was grinding specifically the Silver Knights up here at the entrance in order to get it, on a hunt really. I also discovered that the Silver Knights dropped occasionally, very rarely, the large Titanite chunks, and I wanted to upgrade my short sword to its fullest extent. However, the large Titanite is so rare that I spent a great deal of time grinding for it, and I can't be bothered to find that one last piece anymore. And since I've now got, well, 50,000 souls, I thought it'd be best to start an episode, head back to Firelink, and spend those souls, get a couple of levels, and so forth. Yeah, I thought I'd warm up as well, because it's been a couple of weeks since I've played this again. Work just gets in the way, as always. So I thought I'd warm up, and when I was warming up, I discovered that first of all, the broadsword was, or the bastard sword, was absolutely rubbish against the Silver Knights. It's too slow and just not worth the amount of damage you do. So I've gone back to the standard longsword, and of course that's when I discovered the large Titanite. So I thought I'd grind them for a bit. But now we've got a lot of levels. I mean, 3 whole levels for about 10 minutes of grinding is pretty good. And yes, I'm gonna raise that dexterity now. It is my lowest stat, and since this longsword is a strength and dex weapon, I'm just gonna say sod it and do as much damage with this as I can, because the output on it now, let's have a look if we can find the equipment screen. Yeah, it's plus 80, 165 damage. I mean, it's not bad. It's a lot less than our bastard sword, but we can live with that. We've also got to give this guy some coal, because we discovered the coal of the next to the body of the giant from Souls 1. So giant's coal. That's the one.
Seems like ages passed. I imagine his passing was long ago.
What caused it though?
I miss the old bugger, I do.
So do I. So do I.
Thanks. I'll be sure this coal is put to good use.
Please do, in his memory.
These smithing weapons never before seen by the likes of ye. It's but a small service to pay my humble respects.
Oh, bless you. Can we? Yeah, no. But we now do have 89 Titanite shards. So we could probably upgrade every single weapon in our inventory at this point to at least like a +5? Yeah, I think that would take it up to a +5. So that's a bit daft. What are we using currently? We're using that, which is a C and D, which isn't bad. That is also a D and D. Ooh, that's even better. It's got an E scaling with faith as well. That's actually arguably better. Let's see what the moveset's like. We might have to upgrade that one instead. I mean, this game does shower us with Titanite after all. There we go. It seems... yeah, it seems just as good. Damn it. We're just swapping weapons left, right and centre here, but in memory of Henri, I think we should use this. It does seem quite powerful compared to the longsword. In fact, yeah, blimey, it's already better in almost every respect. Oh, I don't know, it's got an E with scaling on dexterity, so maybe not. At the moment, it's slightly better, but over time it'll get... The Ethereal Straight Sword, that's no good. I think I've made the good choice with the long sword here, because nothing else seems to match the scale bonus as well. Yeah, look, these are all terrible. Everything's red. But what we can maybe do is upgrade our shield that we just got as well. Let me see if he'll let us do that. There it is. That's the one we've got equipped, isn't it? Yeah. And that requires the twinkling titanite that we've been collecting. So naturally, I'm now going to sink every point into that. Okay, so it's now a +4, oh, +3. So we need 8 twinkling titanite to get it up to the +4. But our stability will then go up to 61, which is insane. So we really need to keep our eyes open for those crystal lizards now. Here is me, all series saying that they'll come in handy eventually, but we really didn't have that much twinkling titanite after all. Okay then, so we're going to head back to Analondo with our new shiny shield, which has been fully upgraded. We've upped our decks. All in all, we're in a pretty good place at the moment. I think the extra levels we got are pretty handy, considering we did lose out souls earlier on. So I consider this a replacement of the massive amounts of souls we've lost up to this point. And let's see if we can actually progress this area now, rather than just grinding. These guys are really tough though. I struggled with them a lot more with my broadsword, or bastard sword, sorry, than I'd like to admit. Getting one hit off really doesn't work. You really need to be staggering them, and this short sword really does the job quite splendidly. Yeah, that damage is pretty good. Yeah, that's really good damage. Okay, titanite shards, more to add to the horde. This one in particular I found really difficult because that move is incredibly powerful, and he can sometimes do like 3 in a row, and it's just a no-go area if he does that. And of course blocking doesn't really help. Okay, but now we do have a newer shield that should help us against stuff like that. So that's those guys dealt with. We've already got a hefty amount of souls. I want to kill that abomination. I've decided that that's our next goal. Hopefully this episode will be able to do it. I just wish I knew where he spawned from. Okay, I heard him, I think. There he is. Okay, so we're going to lure him outside like we did last time. I just don't like the fighting ground in there. It's a bit dark and there's a few too many enemies for my liking. So hopefully we can get him here and just... Wow. That jumping attack does so much damage. Holy shit. I'm going to chug another Estus actually because... Wow. Okay, so dodge roll is the way to go because you're not blocking that. Oh god, this thing is really tough as well. Thankfully we've got stagger on our side, so that's going to be a help. Yeah, we killed him. It's so much easier with the with our longsword, really. Okay, so we got an Aldrich Ruby, which could be useful. Let's have a look. Recovers HP from critical attacks, but what is the Aldrich Ruby? A malformed ring left by Aldrich, Saint of the Deep. Aldrich, infamous for his appetite for flesh, apparently had the desire to share with others his joy of embidding the final shudders of life while luxuriating in his victims' screams. I probably butchered the pronunciation there for everything, but oh, it's hard to talk on camera and keep it flowing naturally. So that abomination is now dead. He's gone forever, thank goodness. We don't have to deal with his bullshit ever again. We just need to deal with these guys. God, and not kick them. I really could do with, like, stocking up on firebombs. I might do that later on. Could also do with more large Titanite. I'd love to be doing a bit more damage with this sword. That one extra Titanite really does make a difference, you know. On the plus side, I'm so grateful that we got this Silver Knight shield. It's going to make a massive difference. I'm not sure about Souls 3, but in Souls 1, the Silver Knight shield was the best light shield in the game. By far, it had some of the highest stability and just block 100%. It was really good. I always found myself grinding in Analondo for that very shield, because it's too good, man. Although in this game, Twinkling Titanite's a bit harder to obtain. You can't just buy it off the giant anymore, which is a shame. Ooh. Okay, I'm just gonna... Do I really want... Yeah. No, I don't want to waste an Estus here. I've got to deal with flipping Aldrich. I don't think Estus is the best way to go, really. Although, that said, I'm not going to beat him second try. I can pretty much guarantee that much. Yay for stagger. I just want to clear this area for my own personal sense of achievement, and because that's the rules. I know I broke that rule quite a bit this playthrough, because examples like Farron Woods and such are there to sort of point out that I didn't kill every enemy in that area, but most of the time I at least want to say yes, I could beat that area without running past everything, because otherwise you just run past every enemy, and what's the point? What is the point at that stage? So we've got the deacons here. They were guarding Aldrich's tomb earlier, or at least the red deacons were. These ones are obviously a bit more important, hence the blue robes. I'm actually going to kill these guys because they're pissing me off more at the minute. Oh shit! Wow. Okay. They're stronger than I thought they were. Oh god. Here was me saying about clearing the area. Guess I'm not going to. Like I say, there's been a couple of areas where I just haven't wanted to explore or kill everything there. The best example is the Farron Woods, because that place is just hell, with the poison and the horrible tree creatures that have ranged and close combat disaster attacks. They are not fun to deal with. Although I would like to explore back there later. Now we've got a better shield. See if we're actually able to deal with it. That's it. Well, hey! So we didn't have to grind for it. We just naturally got that. Okay, so we can now upgrade this sword to that last %. Get the full damage output from this thing. There we go. That was risky, but totally worth it. Right. So next time, sorry this has been a bit of a wasted episode, but I feel like we've covered a lot of ground. We've got a new weapon, new shield, and we've managed to kill the abomination at the door. So next time, fingers crossed, we should be able to get to Aldrich and give him a good old college try. See you then.